So, do you secretly want a Raptor, but you're really a GM fan? Well, here's your ride. The Sierra version of the Raptor. And best of all, this truck is going to be featured next month in Truckin' Magazine on the cover. And even better, if you love this truck, give the boys at 5R a call because it's for sale and $70,000 will buy you the Dirt to Date Night truck. Imagine that you're going to go Baja racing and you have a hot date that night. What truck would you take? How about this one? The Dirt to Date truck. The boys at 5R Trucks here in Golden, Colorado created this for SEMA. And it is spectacular. And not just from the outside. Check it out. Under the hood is a Magnuson supercharger that puts out 510 horsepower. So if you really want to scare the skirt off your date, this is the truck to do it. And that is coming up next on the Fast Lane Truck.
It's kind of a theme more than anything, but it was Dirt to Date Night, because that way you can, pick up your lady, you can go to a date or do whatever.
Yes, and indeed, with this velour, you can certainly pick up your lady.
And then you can also, mess around in the desert or the mud or anything, really. I mean, that was...
It's kind of a dual sport truck.
And that was our big thing, that when we built it, that's how we wanted it to be, to where it rides super nice driving down the road, and it looks good too,
Yeah, I mean, it looks like something that you could go run in the desert.
Yep.
Especially with those two big tires in the back.
Absolutely, and that helps a lot just in case, Fitted with two 35s, full-size spares, got the same wheels and everything. So if you do need it while you're out messing around, you've got them right there.
That is quite the hook on the back of that.
That's a monster hook right there, and it does what exactly the name is. So I think it's 10,000 pounds or something that it's rated at. It's huge, so for a hook.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. First of all, Chevy, and in this case GMC, which is General Motors, right?
Yep.
Doesn't have a Raptor Fighter, right? They don't. The best they get is like the High Country, and that's really more of a King Ranch style truck.
Exactly.
Which I don't understand, because the Raptor is crazy popular. So I wish that GM would actually do something like this.
Yeah.
But I suspect that if GM were to do something like this is what it might look like.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was our biggest thing when we were building it. We built a Raptor 2 years ago for SEMA.
Yep.
And then we wanted to switch it up and do something else, and GM was next on our list. So to have something to compete with it, with the supercharger. We did the Magnuson supercharger on it. It's 510 horsepower.
And how much torque?
I don't know what the torque is off the top of my head. It's probably pretty close to that, yeah. And then, with us, we like to really make it custom, especially even under the hood. We carried on the theme from the inside with the digital camo. It's all hydrographic dipped. Did the valve covers, did the coolant box, did the intake, and then even the fuse box as well. So really just like to have that detail in it. That's our biggest thing. And it moves. It really does.
I bet you it does.
Yeah.
I bet you can light up those rear tires pretty easily.
It smokes them pretty fast, that's for sure.
What's your favorite part of the truck?
I think really, the inside is one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool.
Just with all the custom hydro dip interior and obviously the suede headliner and with the seats, how we did the leather with the red. They're also heated and air conditioning, which is pretty nice to have.
And when you do something like this, how many hours of manpower are in this?
That's a hard one.
Can you calculate it?
You know, a lot of our SEMA builds,
yeah,
it's over time, so it might, you know,
right. It's not right away.
Exactly. Yeah, we could be working on it for 2 months before it all finishes up. Let's kind of start right down here. Addictive Desert Designs. We did front and rear bumpers, as along with their tire rack as well. Fitted it with the Rigid Industries grill and all their lights. All LEDs, super bright, lasts forever. That's the best part about it, and don't take any power. So to put a winch in it, we've got Monster hooks all the way around. I think the biggest thing about the truck that we all like the most is the fenders. These are all steel fenders. We flared them out. We got about 3 inches out of the front and about 2.5 in the rear.
Yeah, it's really cool. What size wheels are those and tires?
They're 20 by 9s and then 20 by 10s, 20 by 10s and then 35s on the tires. Some Toyos. Not at all. With when we did the whole fenders, we also cut out the inside here. So it's got the Nikon Vehicle Dynamics leveling kit on it. It's adjustable coils, and we have full rotation with no rub at all. So this kit really calls for 33s. So to put 35s on it, you can tell. I mean, there's a lot of stuff under there to.
Yeah. How did you do the fenders? How did you get them to come out like all hand?
It's all hand done. Yep. Basically, what it was is made a slit right here, yep, and pulled them out, filled it in with metal, and welded it all up, smoothed it all down, and painted the whole thing again.
So no Bondo,
no nothing. It's all steel, the entire thing.
Yeah. I see two little red buttons, which are certainly aftermarket. What are those?
Yeah, that's all for the lights.
Okay.
So we've got the radius bar up top from Rigid.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the first ones that they've created.
Yeah, it's cool because it's circular.
Exactly.
It's like it's not straight.
Yep. They actually consider it a 54-inch is what it is.
Okay.
And then it forms real well around the front windshield.
It looks more natural.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. It doesn't stick out as far as some of the other ones do. And then a couple of the other buttons, we've got some more lights up front. We've got a 20-inch up front, a 40-inch up front, and then we've also got Rigid A series all underneath it that are red, so it kind of gives it a ground effects kit, if you'd say,
So no, it would be red underneath.
It lights it up. Yeah, it looks like it's on a cloud. It's pretty cool looking. And then we also did a set of Firestone airbags.
And how do those airbags help? What are those used for? Those are usually a towing thing, right?
Exactly. Yeah. The cool part about the airbags is if you're driving down a real washboard road or something like that, you can always put more air in it, and it does help the ride a little bit. It just makes it so it's not all riding on the springs. Yeah. And then if you do have to tow, you've got the airbags right there to help out with.
So when you build these trucks, and then they go to SEMA, and now it's going to be featured in what magazine?
Trucking Magazine.
Trucking, so it's going to be featured in Trucking Magazine.
Yep.
What happens to it after that?
A lot of times we'll sell it. Yeah. And then we'll buy a new one, and we'll start the process all over again.
So this guy's for sale.
Yep. Right now
how
it's
much?
for sale. We're asking $70 for it.
70,000.
Yep. Yep.
And how much you into this thing? Probably more than that. It feels like you got.
Yeah.
The supercharger alone is going to be pretty expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say into it we've got probably close to 40 into it.
Wow.
With all the stuff that's on it.
I'm sure since this is a show truck, you probably didn't consider this, but I know the Raptor, you have to have heavy-duty little lights on it because it sticks out so far.
Yeah.
I wonder if this qualifies for that.
I don't know. We never looked into
I'm sure,
that.
Yeah, it's probably not a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. We won't say anything.
We won't say anything about that. Yeah. What's the fuel economy? Do you know, or do you care? You don't care. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's one of those things that
it doesn't matter.
If you're doing this to the truck, you're not really looking for the gas mileage you're getting on it.
Yeah.
But I'd say, it's probably getting 14, maybe 15.
That's not bad.
It really depends on how you drive it.
Right.
I mean, that's the biggest thing.
We're kind of putting along right now.
Exactly. With the supercharger on it, you got so much power that sometimes it's hard to keep your foot out of it.
I bet. It just must be intoxicating.
Yeah, absolutely. And it definitely, as you can see, people, they love it. Everybody stares at it because it's something you don't see very often.
Yeah, you almost wanted to take it down to Baja, but I fear that with this suede would get pretty dusty pretty quickly.
Fast, absolutely.
As always, this is Roman reporting for the Fast Lane Truck. Check out tfltruck.com for more news, views, and of course truck reviews.